They start you out where you're doing, where somebody you're beating up did something very bad, like robbed an old woman in the neighborhood, okay? Or found out they were selling drugs by the school. We go give them a beating. You feel proud, in a way. You think you did the right thing. You got this drug dealer away from the school, or you got even with this person that robbed a friend's grandmother. You know, then you participate just because a guy owes money, but you're already seasoned. They take baby steps. They never ask you to kill your friend. That's like a myth. Like your best friend.
No,
they're not going to ask.
The movies,
right? The ones they're going to ask you to kill is somebody, again, early on, somebody that did something really bad. Later on, it becomes looser. This guy, had a fight with Junior Persico's nephew, and Junior Persico's nephew lost the fight. We have to go kill the guy. I mean, it's a fight. Yeah, I got in fights growing up. If I would have been killed 5 times for winning a fight. I lost fights too. Don't get me wrong, but it's just I actually got called to a meeting that I was in after hours, and we weren't supposed to be in after hours.
What's the after hours?
Okay, the nightclubs close at 4 o'clock. And there's clubs that open at 4.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and they're illegal, but they were all around. So I was in one of these places, and I get in a beef with. I find out later on it's Paul Castellano's nephew. I didn't know, and he picked a bad time because I was really at the peak of my martial arts. I was good, and I won the fight. Okay, I didn't abuse him. I didn't keep hitting him when he was down. Once he went down, and I walked away, it was over. The next night, I get a call. I have to go to the diner, and it's like late at night, almost morning. It's one of those 24-hour diners, And I'm thinking to myself, why do I got to go see Greg at 2 o'clock in the morning? It's a little...
Oh, it's Greg you had to go see.
Well, he's the one that called for me.
Right.
So I get there. I see Sammy the Bull hanging out outside. He says hello to me. I walk in. Who's sitting? Scappy, our captain, Greg, and Paul Castellano.
You're shitting your pants.
No, I don't know what happened yet. Greg now comes over to me and walks me outside, or to the front door, and he says, "What happened last night?" I said, "What are you talking about?" I says, we went out. I says, "You got a beef?" I said, "Oh yeah, I got a fight." I says, it happened once in a while. He says, "Well, that was Paulie's nephew." So I said, "I didn't know." And he's telling me he wants satisfaction. He wants to kill me. So Scappy, but I learned a lesson here too. So Scappy is talking on our behalf. He's captain. He was a boss for a while, very well respected. And so I remember now Paul's talking to me. He says, if it wasn't for Scappy, okay, you'd be dead already. Now Greg got mad. So he says, if a hair is harmed on his head, I said, you'll find more bodies in the street. Now Scappy had to Greg, he shouldn't have said that, but he's feared. Paul would have shit his pants if they had to go to war together. Paul was no Greg.
Right.
He was a boss and he was a businessman. So anyway, long story short, I owed Scappy my life now.
Right.
Because he saved me. So now I owed him.
What kind of a guy was Scappy?
Scappy, old school, old-time mob guy that died in prison. He got 133 years, and he's the guy that they quoted, the newspaper. When he got the 133 years, he looked at Junior Persico. He says, well, we only got to do 2/3. And it was in the newspaper. And then when he got the time, he was about 65, so obviously he was never coming home. Junior never came home. So anyway, the funny part of this is, after it's over with, I walk outside, I talk to Sammy real quick, and he said, while I'm walking away, he says, you should have killed that cocksucker. He didn't like the kid. He didn't like the kid. So...